All right. So, something my friend Keith always says, people are only experience two pain points. Right now, people are experiencing these two pain points, and that one is financial and the other one's physical. People are hurting, especially after COVID. It seems like it kind of knocked us down a notch. What I'm about to show you tonight will is a remedy for both those pain points, both financial and physical.
Sometimes it's the simplest ideas that make the biggest difference. A connection to nature, a quiet faith in the greater good, a home grounded in simplicity. It's the quintessential Italian belief that health, happiness, and food naturally intertwine. The belief that these ingredients should be blended with love and care. Now combine this with something just as essential, a belief that every person, regardless of background, deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, and deserves the chance to live up to their fullest potential. Now take this worldview and marry it with a truly unique idea at the right time. Well, that'll make people stop and pay attention. A truly unique idea has the power to change everything. It stands apart. It challenges the ordinary. And in its simplicity, it can move the world forward. That simple formula, love, health, respect, and a singular, simple, extraordinary idea has the power to change lives in our community, in our country, and around the world. Life is short. Timing is everything. And this fall, everything begins.
Okay, very good. So, welcome to OLIABO, the olive standard of health. Yes, that's what I said. The olive standard of health. What in the world is that all about? Well, we're going to go through it. We're going to go through a little bit on the product and a little bit on the company. And then I would like to have a few of you share your testimony. Um, and then we'll wrap it up. So, the hardest thing to see is what is in front of your eyes. Boy, how true is that? Before July 17th, I had no idea how powerful the olive was and the olive tree. Absolutely amazing. This is the first cold press of an olive harvest. It is packed full of something called polyphenols. And we don't get to experience this. In fact, all over the world, really, people are getting olive oil that is cut with canola oil and grape seeds, seed oils, you name it. If in fact, everybody has olive oil in their kitchen. If you go to your kitchen cabinet, pull out your olive oil and smell it, it's it smells rancid. I don't know that it is rancid, but it smells rancid. Nothing like what this smells. Robert and I had an opportunity to taste this, a full shot of it, and it tastes delicious. It's actually green tasting, like a real light wheatgrass taste. Delicious. I never thought in my life I would ever be drinking a shot of olive oil, but what an experience. So there's recent science uh, on olive oil, especially pure first press olive oil. There's these polyphenols. One of them that you'll find in the olive tree is verbascicide. It helps neutralize free radicals to support brain microbial, metabolic, vascular, inflammatory, and skin health. And then another one of these polyphenols is called oleocanthal. Oleocanthal is shown to moderate key enzymes in support of joint comfort, a healthy inflammatory response, brain function, and cardiovascular health. Another polyphenol that's found is oleuropein. Oleuropein supports healthy blood sugar, microbial balance, weight management, and cardiovascular function. So, research links high quality extra virgin olive oil to brain health. Extra virgin olive oil is shown to improve cognitive function and reduce beta amyloid accumulation. This study was from 2016, and all of these studies on these polyphenols from the olive tree are all very recent studies, and there are thousands and thousands of studies, and I'm going to share that with you here in a little bit. There's a study on cardiovascular support. Extra virgin olive oil is linked to 30% lower risk of cardiovascular events. That's a 2013 study. And then digestive health. Extra virgin olive oil supports gut health by promoting microbial balance, reducing oxidative stress, and protecting the intestinal lining. That was a 2018 study, not that long ago. Inflammation. High phenolic extra virgin olive oil, high in oleocanthal, works through similar pathways as ibuprofen, supporting a healthy inflammatory response. 2005. And then in 2022, very recently, a study on longevity and mortality. Extra virgin olive oil is associated with an 8 to 9% lower all-cause mortality. Man, that's amazing to me that, you hear people talk about olive oil, that it's good for you. And I know it's big in the Mediterranean diet, but holy cow, who knew all these studies existed? So Charlie, my friend Charlie Emmenecker, went to Google Scholar and he typed in all these into Google Scholar. Like it looks like this. He typed in olive and neuropathy, or you could do olive oil and neuropathy. And you could do this in Google Scholar. You can do it in any of the AI tools, chatgpt.com. You could do it in Grok, on X, any of these tools, Gemini. Type in olive oil and neuropathy. Here in Google Scholar, there was 25,800 studies. Here's olive and pain, 366,000 studies. But we don't say pain, we say discomfort, just so you know. Olive and stroke, 163,000 studies. Olive and heart disease, 421,000 studies. Olive and longevity, 89,100 studies. Absolutely amazing.
At OLIABO, quality is our first priority.
We're going to raise the bar. I am thoroughly convinced that this fall, this company is about to leave a dent in this industry that will be felt for many, many years.
When my brother Gordon approached me about this idea of OLIABO, olive tree-derived products, of course, olive extracts from the fruit itself, olive leaf extracts, olive oil itself, which is so powerful. I didn't realize to what extent it was until we really started diving into this idea of OLIABO.
This is the real thing that you're supposed to be using for the Mediterranean diet, which everyone keeps talking about.
OLIABO represents a revolution in multiple industries: skincare, nutritional supplementation, and direct selling.
It represents good from a health and wellness perspective. It represents good from a business perspective. It represents good from human beings just being around human beings. And that's something that we've sadly lost a bit in society, and we do that really well, that community aspect of things. I like to refer to it as human touch marketing. Humans caring enough about another human that they introduce a product, they introduce a business opportunity.
The opportunity lies in filling that gap of awareness. We want you to experience the product. We want you to have your own stories. We want you to get educated yourselves so that you can understand the incredible things going on in the world with olives and olive oil and that we're bringing to market through OLIABO. so that you can then go share that with others.
And we become part of something bigger than ourselves. And I learned that from an early age, from the health and wellness perspective and from the business perspective. And I'm grateful for that upbringing. And I'm here to say that in direct sales, we bring stuff to market that's never been brought to market before. We educate the masses on something.
Take that, marry it with a love of direct selling. You can kind of feel it, like something is happening. I'm very proud of that. I think if we take this little clip right here, this video, and we flash forward 1 year from now, we're going to look back and say, well, that prediction was delivered on in spades. And people are like, what is going to make OLIABO different?
Why olives? Why olive oil? Right? They've been around for thousands of years. Let me tell you about the awareness gap. Olives and olive oil, it's good for you. It's part of a healthy diet. The last 10 to 20 years, modern scientific studies and technological and manufacturing processes have been able to identify that olive tree-derived products, not just olive oil, but olive tree-derived products, including specialized olive leaf extract and olive pulp extract, have incredible health benefits that we had no concept of.
I was so intrigued and on board because of that Italian upbringing. We saw the power of extra virgin olive oil.
Color, smell, taste, where it was picked, when it was picked.
Extra virgin olive oil, we use the highest quality extract from the leaf, the highest quality extracts from the fruit, and we're bringing to market the greatest quality products with OLIABO.
In any kind of a fast-moving startup, and OLIABO is a fast-moving startup, the tracking of commissions and the stability of the software is critical. And it's my commitment to you that the software, that the commission tracking will be stable and will be secure so that you can rely on that.
I'm kind of the numbers guy here, and my job is to help figure out how we can create value in a new company. I'm the guy behind the scenes who pays attention to all of those obscure words. We talk about depreciation, we talk about amortization, we talk about corporate governance and compliance. And you guys selling a product don't want to know anything about that. Honestly, neither do I. But I'm kind of an expert in those categories. What's awesome about this is I have Kent Wood here with us as well, and he's going to help me do that.
As CFO at OLIABO, you can have confidence that as you build your business, the rewards are going to come exactly as they should, when they should. We have implemented guardrails to protect not only the company, but the most important component of our business, field leaders.
We on our side, a corporate, want to help you out in the field do all that you can to be able to build your businesses. This is a 50-50 partnership. If you're not successful, we're not successful, and OLIABO as an entire whole is not successful. So that means I'm going to be doing everything I can to give you the greatest success that you can have.
An important part of my dual role as president and CIO is ensuring that the data and information that we're collecting into OLIABO, your information, your data, is secure and safe.
So one of the things that I really loved about the entertainment industry, I also find to be highly relevant here. We would take a product and we'd see it from its start and we would make a movie. Companies are no different than that. Companies have a life cycle. And what I'm excited about is that I'm here at the beginning of this, seeing the vision of what is to become. I look back on my history and I say, wait a minute, I was there at the startup of DreamWorks. You guys know DreamWorks. I was there when it was an idea and people were talking about breathing life into that idea, and look what it became. That's what we're doing here at OLIABO.
For those of you that know Gordon Mort, you can imagine how incredibly entertaining it is to work with him and to see the way that his vision and his brain brings these incredible creations to life. He manifests, he pulls out of the ether amazing creative concepts and he puts them down into the digital world and into video and into these just amazing works of creative art. An important part of my role is to take that content so that you can then have it as tools to share, to educate, and because it's just really fun and incredible content to watch.
And in the end, that's what a company's all about. It's about the relationships that we create. So when Gordon asked me to be part of this, I said, absolutely, I'm in. How can I help?
If you've spent time in the health and nutrition industry or in the direct selling industry, I think there's an appreciation of this company that will be far beyond the average. There will be people that come into OLIABO that maybe have never had experience in direct selling or nutritional supplements or skincare, and they will think that this is the standard. I'm very proud of that. We say the olive standard. This is very important because this is our heritage. There is part of this story that is extremely authentic, and it is an homage to my wonderful mother that passed away several years ago. This is a testament to her authenticity. The other part of it is I had a wonderful, wonderful father that was Canadian, and he raised us and instilled us with the value of interpersonal business relationships. I think that that's going to be felt in spades in this company.
Here's what's happening. Um, what's going to end up happening is you heard Curtis talk about this awareness gap. People are unaware how powerful this can be. If you get the cold first press of the olive oil, they're unaware of these polyphenols that's in it. They're unaware that when they purchase the product from the grocery store, there's no value left in it. It's been completely squeezed out of the picture. Look at this stat. In Italy, they consume 14 liters of high quality extra virgin olive oil per year, and the Greeks consume 20 liters. There's two blue zones in Greece, and there's one blue zone in Italy, soon to be two. Joe just read an article that they're going to make an announcement. There'll be so that's four blue zones in the Mediterranean area. So could that be because they consume so much high quality extra virgin olive oil? The average American consumes 1 liter of crappy olive oil. What I mean by that is when you open the lid of your olive oil, it smells rancid. It doesn't smell sweet and green. It doesn't smell anything like that. So what OLIABO has done is they have taken the polyphenols from the leaf and the whole fruit, and they've created a proprietary blend called olivectin. So not only are you getting the high phenolic, high quality extra virgin olive oil, but you're also getting olivectin, which is fortifying this formula with all these polyphenols. Here's the thing. Picture this. We're going to impact the olive oil market as a whole worldwide, not just here in the US, but worldwide. We're going to educate the masses on olive oil and the differences between a high phenolic olive oil that's pure and one that's not. And people are going to find out just exactly what the benefits are if they were to purchase a high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. So this is going to be huge. And in that gap that Curtis talks about, that's that awareness gap. That's where all of this of your success is going to come if you choose to join us in sharing this with the world. So here's what it looks like. It's coming in a tin can, and this tin can will sit on your kitchen counter, your kitchen table, and every morning you'll get up and you'll rip open one of those little sachets or pillow packs and take your OLIABO, take your Prima. Prima means first in Italian. And so it is our first product. And so the two gel caps that you see there, those are the high in oleocanthal and other polyphenols, and it's infused with rosemary. And then the middle capsule with the green cap is our olivectin, our proprietary blend of olive leaf extract and olive fruit extract. And then the red cap is our rosa, which is a proprietary blend of grapeseed extract and lycopene. Now, I got to tell you guys, there are levels of potency for the grades. In other words, there are different grades of every ingredient out there. And so companies sometimes they'll base their decision on what grade to get by the by the price of the product. They'll go low quality to get a lower price. They'll go high grade, and people will pay the higher price because it's more effective. This is very effective. I'm shocked at the results people are getting so quickly with this. This is our second product that's coming out in a couple weeks. Actually, I think we're going to be able to order it here before long. The pre-orders will open up. And this is our joint and muscle ointment. It's called Flex. It's a transdermal ointment that combines high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, olivectin, mangosteen pericarp, and squalene. And we got samples of this back in July. And we shared it with people that had a lot of discomfort. And every single one of them got relief. Every single one of them. And it happened quickly. Absolutely amazing. And that's when I called Gordon and I said, hey, I have to start sharing this. And back then, it was just, they were still working on it. It hadn't launched yet. But man, when I saw what this was doing for people, just this oil, you warm it up in your hand and you rub it in where there's any kind of discomfort. It's absolutely amazing. And it's coming. The next product to come out a few weeks after that is our Viso Lux and our skincare line. We actually have a full skincare line. And this is an anti-aging serum. And Robin said something funny tonight at dinner. She said, I think the skincare's going to be bigger than anything. And I can't imagine because we've already had such great results with the Prima. But this is a fast absorbing serum that hydrates and smooths the appearance of the skin. It's also made from extra virgin olive oil, olivectin, and mangosteen pericarp and seed oils. And all I'm going to say, and all I'll always say, is that we make no claims. So, yeah. So we'll see. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. So here's our corporate team. Now, we've worked with two of these gentlemen in the past, Gordon and Joe, and we've never had more success and had more fun in our whole lives. It was an unbelievable adventure, and here we're about ready to experience that again. But honestly, I think it's going to be many times greater an experience because of the way everything has been put together. And Gordon was 35 years old back then. Joe was 32. Now Gordon's 58 and Joe is 56. These guys are seasoned. And the rest of the team is also very seasoned in the industry. These folks know what they're doing. They really do. The way everything is designed, the way the company's put together, the way the product's put together, and the way the compensation plan, which is our Premio Pay, is put together. No cost to join. And people can join for no money. They don't have to buy anything. They can start making money right away. I've never seen anything like that. It's amazing.
It's the greatest health story in the history of humanity that's never been told.
We're moving into the space next door.
So when Gordon called me, said, come in and just meet with us, get a feel for what we're doing, I was like, absolutely.
Big echoes. Because there's nothing in it yet.
There's a lot of different ways to make money in this world. At this point, I want to do something that's meaningful.
This is the tabula rasa. This is the blank slate.
It was a no-brainer.
OLIABO is a place where we can all come together and feel united because of one simple ingredient.
This kind of talent doesn't just wander in off the street. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our CFO, Ken Wood. He's carrying heavy things.
The timing to join these guys at OLIABO is amazing, and I have a feeling that I'll be issuing apologies for those early projections being far too conservative.
This thing's going to grow like a rabbit farm on a hormone diet. So That being said,
So to me, this is OLIABO means heritage. It means my past. It means the history that I come from.
it's built here and it's built here. We kind of built it twice.
The atmosphere, the culture, everything. I felt like I got it back.
There's a beautiful documented history of this wonderful botanical. The olive tree, olive oil.
I broke a nail already and spilled a lot of things. Skincare is a huge part of OLIABO as well. That is so good for external and topical use.
This was my home again.
Where we were a few months ago, this was an idea. And you've got, I think it's a great, big, huge idea. You got to treat that with respect. What's most important is where we're going to be 30, 60, 90 days, 1 year from today. If you are passionate about growing this thing, a year from now, we're going to be taking our top folks and we're going to go on a little adventure to Italy and we're going to enjoy the olive harvest together. When you get a job, you go to work for a company, but when you join OLIABO, the company goes to work for you. All this stuff that we're doing here is today, moving stuff in. It's really for the wonderful people that represent our products, our customers, and I think you can kind of feel it. It feels like authentic, organic. So from our little home office here to your living room or wherever you are looking at this, grazie tante. Grazie mille. Thank you very much.
All right. Very good. There's a handful of you, maybe even more. Right now I see more than a handful of you that are going to be going to Italy next fall. Honestly, it's not, I don't think, it's yes, exactly, Rosie. Let's go to Italy. I'm ready. Absolutely. I could pick out right now, I could pick out probably almost 10 of you that are capable of right out of the bat in the first a few months. And a bunch of you, you're going to be working hard at it up until the very last moment or halfway through, you'll hit it. But only if you focus on that. And they're going to give us that here pretty soon where we're going to know exactly what we need to do to go to Italy. So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to open it up so we can hear from a few people and because we've only had the product for a short time. I think we've had it. I think the one person that's had it the longest, it's been a week. And I think that's Donna that's had it the longest. She got it really, really quick. She got it before anybody, and she's in Canada.
Haha.
You rotten.
So there, United States. No,
Yeah, right. Jeez, what's that all
no.
about?
Yeah, we thought it was going to be a good, the company, I just want to say, great presentation, Hernan. Absolutely. This is fantastic. Every time I see these videos, and I've seen them dozens of times, I get something more out of them every time I watch them. And I'm sure people here that have seen them before agree. And, it was really, really cool to see the company always under promise and over deliver. So, here we are in Canada. Oh, 5 to 7 working days. Well, it came in 2. It came in 2. Like, seriously, my poor delivery driver, I almost hugged him. He's like, "What are you doing, lady? You crazy?" I was like, "That's my OLIABO." So what I love, the fact, number one, the little pillow packs, and they're portable. So if you travel, you go to work, you want to, and they're sampleable too. You can even lend a few packs out until someone else gets their order. If you're working your market, like close proximity, you can get people started right away. I also like the fact that you just open it up and there it is. And so there's so many ways, obviously I just kind of jumped in. I read the package. And it's a take with food. I got it right at dinner time. So the first day I took it with food. So the next night I took it with food. And then I said to Joe, "Are you taking it with food?" Like, I'm feeling kind of some energy. I think I slept better. Like, I saw some little things, but I wasn't sure, but I wasn't worse. And, I was obviously just, it's early. So he says, "Well, Donna, you're pretty healthy. You got good gut health and, your liver and your digestion and everything and your immune system." He says, "I take it on an empty stomach." So then day 3, I took it on an empty stomach and boom. That's when the mental clarity, the focus, the calmness, just not even just mental clarity, the ability to handle 20 things going on simultaneously without me losing my ability to function. I was compartmentalizing so quickly, and my brain was thinking ahead of an organization. And my sleep, I usually sleep 8 to 9 hours before Oliabo because I don't have little children or a puppy that needs to go for a walk. And if I like my sleep, I need my sleep, but I'm going on at least 2 to 2.5 hours less than I used to get, and I'm functioning way more. And the other thing that I've also noticed is my appetite. I'm not hungry. I have no cravings for anything. And at dinner time, I've been pushing my plate away with almost half of the food on it because I'm full. And I'm not getting up in the night to go to the bathroom, which was always, always, always. And being, I don't know the age of everybody here, but if to the women, can you relate to the covers on because you're cold, the covers off because you're hot, the covers on because you're cold, the covers off? And I realized just yesterday, I haven't been doing this cover on, cover off thing all through the night. I'm actually just all curled up in my comforter, and I wake up in the morning and I'm in the same position. I didn't go to the bathroom. I've had this deep sleep, lucid, beautiful dreaming, and I have this sense of peace. And also my clothes, my tummy. I had broken my leg. Some of you heard the story, maybe if you were on the webinar last week. I did break my ankle, surgery, 7 screws and a plate, and that really, really took my physical side of my life to quite a stagnant. And I haven't quite gotten it back ever since. But so I put on some weight, and definitely around the tummy area, and my jeans are fitting. I'm just noticing this, and I hold a lot of inflammation in my face, and people are noticing I've been quite round, and I don't have a round face. I have an oval face, and it's going oval again. Like I'm the chiseling from my cheekbone to my chin. I'm getting this. I'm getting me back, like me back 10 years ago, me back 7 years ago, in my energy, my vitality, my outlook on life, my zest for life. And it's over a week for me because I'm a little longer than some of you guys because you're in the States. I got it early, but I've doubled up to 2. I'm going to take 2 a day for 7 days to get it really saturated in. Soon as our extra virgin olive oil comes, I will taper back to 1. And I'm going to add that spoon in the morning, that spoon at night, and it's getting drizzled on everything it could be drizzled on. Because the more you get in, the good stuff, the better we're going to feel. So I'm absolutely over the moon. I'm going back to everybody I've talked to initially about OLIABO, and I'm letting them know the stories of mine, and more that you're going to hear tonight. So thank you,
Awesome.
Hernan. Thank you
Yeah.
for phoning me and letting me be part of
Thank
this.
you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, um, I believe that Donna is probably the number one recruiter in the company right now. I'm trying to get that verified, but
You're
she
not supposed to
is,
say that.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
official, and you don't
It's
give
not
me.
official, but I have a sneaking suspicion that you are. And
Well,
congratulations.
thank
You're
you. Well, when they
absolutely.
started calling me prima donna, I got really stressed out that, oh my gosh, I better go but you know what? It pushed me to the limit and beyond what I thought I could do.
Yeah.
And when we push ourselves, we realize, wow, I can actually do more than I thought I could do. And then I thought, well, maybe I can do a little more. Well, maybe I can do a little more. And I'm having the time of my life, seeing people with hope, and the giggles on the phone and the laughter and just everybody lightening up in a very heavy world. This is so enjoyable, these
Yeah.
conversations with people. So
Yeah.
thank you for
It's
saying that. You're not supposed to
yeah.
say that, but
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a rule breaker. I think everybody on here knows that by now about me. But let's see, who else do we have? Liddy. Liddy, could you jump on and share a little? Anybody else have a testimony that they want to share?
I can. Sorry, just
Oh,
putting
okay.
my father to bed. And so, for those of you that are
Oh,
on this call, I care for my 98-year young father. My father is, yeah, about 2 months ago, got to the point of where he was walking about a half a mile every day, to no walking, no talking. So I am like, oh my gosh, I need this product desperately. And I do everything alternative. He's on no meds. This man has just had an extraordinary life, and he looks like he could be 68, but all of a sudden he's acting like 98, right? So got the product on Tuesday. He got his first dose at 5 o'clock on Tuesday evening, and he had an amazing night. He slept until noon the next day. Not normally like that. And I noticed something. So he has an indwelling catheter for 11 years of his life. And usually that's high in UTIs, and that's really, hard on people. Well, I noticed that at night, in terms of his bag being full, I typically have to uh, it, um, unload it twice. Well, I've noticed that uh, just the odor changed. So that was different. And so then the next day, he was kind of like communicating, and he was starting to eat like by himself. And I'm like, wow, something's happening. Like he's connecting again. Then the third day. And the third day, it's like he started speaking in sentences. He's watching TV. He's discussing what's going on TV. And then he has a discussion about uh, the exercise that he did the day before. Now, he doesn't even remember from moment to moment, what we're doing. And he has a discussion about the fact that he did some exercises the day before. So I'm just going to tell you, today is the fourth day. He has been communicating. He has a chart. And so I said, Dad, can you read this? He goes, um, well, that's hot, that's cold, that's thirsty, that's uncomfortable. And he's reading these words. And then there's a little bag of something else sitting on the table. And he goes, and that says crunchy. And I'm like, oof. All right. So he is like, I'm watching somebody wake up, and I am completely stoked because what I realize is that when we do elder care or you have loved ones that you care for, one thing is if their body goes and they still have a mind, you can still have conversations. But when the mind goes, the body goes with it. And you can do nothing. They become a board. They just become incapacitated almost. So it's been a very hard 2 months, but the last 3 days have been like joy and watching somebody come back to life. I just can't even explain what's happening. It's so phenomenal. Thank you.
Man, it is very emotional, Liddy. That is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
You, you,
to
you,
watch the body perform. And I do understand a lot about nutrition and having a background in that. And for 42 years, you say, I've waited for this day to arrive. But why do you have the challenges that you have? And I just cannot even wait for the Flex and all these other products because um, it will. We're going to watch. I'm going to say life being resurrected. Teenagers, these children that have ADD, ADHD, autism. I mean, all this, Asperger's. They all need this omega-3 fatty acid. It is going to help these children with sensory. I just cannot say enough. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. You also received a small, like a 10 drop container of the Flex way back when.
I did. Oh my gosh. When you expect to sign an NDA and then, you can't say anything, and then you receive this wonderful packaging, and the packaging has these, products, and you get a sample. Well, I'm going to say this. Mine had 12 drops of the Flex in it. And so I have carpal tunnel, my right side, and I do massage therapy, so I can't even do that anymore because it's so painful. So I put the 4 drops on my wrist at 9:30 in the morning. I looked at the clock on my computer, and at 9:32, half my thumb is no longer numb. That was 2 minutes. And then 9:34, my whole thumb, not tingling, not pain, and everything's kind of like, what? I have no more pain. And 30 minutes later, my whole hand is no longer numb. Now, that was 4 drops. And so I have some extra. And my husband fell off an 8-foot ladder the day before. And so I said, hey, babe, I've got something. I just want to like maybe see if this really works. So tell me, like, where's your excruciating pain? He said, well, I landed on my right side. So that's my knee, that's my thigh, my hip, my right shoulder, and my head. I'm like, okay, I've got a couple drops. So I'm going to put this in my palm of my hand. I'm going to rub it in my palm of my hand. And I started at his knee and I went to the thigh, I went to the hip and went to the shoulder. And I said, I ran out. This is all I have. 30 minutes later, he came up and he said, what did you put on me? I said, it's like you came back to life. I said, why are you up here? He said, I don't have any pain anymore. I said, you don't have any pain? And you've been laying in bed for a day because of this fall, and in 30 minutes, you're up? He said, yeah, I need some more. I said, well, sorry, babe, this is not going to happen. You have the last drops. Anyway, I just have to say, and that's flex. So if I could encourage any of you to be inspired to know that if you can apply something topically, and I don't care if it's a temple with a headache, a joint, um, you know, a pain wherever, and you can get rid of a pain, you are opening up a pathway. You have a body reconnecting, and I'm going to say we're going to have some stories. Thank you,
Yeah,
Vernon.
yeah, yeah. Liddy, we're going to have so much fun.
Oh yes,
This is going to be
it's only
so
just
much fun.
begun. I
Yeah,
know it.
yeah. Oh, it's going to be an amazing ride. I'm
So
telling you.
maybe I can just share, when you have these kind of stories, and I just, somebody called today about something else, and I said, do you happen to know anybody that has any pain? He says, well, when you ask that question, I'm listening because you happen to probably know something that I don't know. I said, well, I just might. He says, I got a buddy that's got severe hip pain. I said, I'll tell you the story with my husband. Literally drops. He said, how can I get some? He said, can you get me anything? And I said, no, not until the 15th of December. He said, whatever you're talking about, will you send me all the information? And that's all I said. And so
Yeah,
then I called another person that introduced me to him, and they said, send me everything that you have. And then they said, can you actually put that in a group text because I need to let everybody know at the same time. This is what's going to happen. So
yeah,
thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we get that flex. So the flex is topical and the prima is internal. And then of course we have the Visolux and the serum and all that. I mean, this is going to be an amazing ride. It's getting kind of late. We're 44 minutes into the presentation. Does anybody else have anything they want to share before we call it a night? Okay, very good. Well, I appreciate y'all being here. I know it takes a
Vernon,
lot to carve out. Yes.
sorry for jumping in so late here. It's Colleen. Um, I'm not in a visual place, so I'm just going to have my photo showing real quick. I've been on the product. This is day 4, and am looking forward to like the anti-inflammatory effects, particularly everyone, because like yourselves, I had some injuries and they're now showing up in my spine and my neck and causing pressure to my head and my upper back. So I know that a product goes in and it goes where it needs to go first. And so what's happening is it's going first to my digestive system. And so I'm just mentioning that I've noticed that I'm having incredible movements. There's just like a cleansing going on, and it can hear my tummy rumbling. So I've experimented with it on an empty stomach as well as on with food. And I want things to work fast, but at the same time, be grateful that it's hitting my digestive system first, and clarity. Those are the two things. So I just wanted to pop that in case anybody's uh, had a tummy upset. I'm just mentioning it because one of my new members, she just got her product. She's like a double lung cancer survivor. She's being considered for a kidney transplant. She doesn't want that. Her internal guidance system feels that she will not have to do that, but she doesn't know how, from the different, what the doctors say versus nature versus her internal intuition, we'll say, women's intuition, people's intuition. But I said, be open. And then this OLIABO came, and I said, Christine, I said, just be open. There could be some magic coming in your life. We just don't know what it is. And then I learned about OLIABO, and I'm thinking, oh, I wonder how much this is going to help her body. But the reason I'm sharing this all with you is because she took her first serving of the 4 capsules, and had an upset stomach. And so when she told me this, she just wanted me to know what's going on. I said, ooh, sounds to me like it's starting to first work in your digestive system, exactly what's happening to me. And she goes, oh, great. So I said, why don't you make sure you take with a bit of food, and maybe just take one of the capsules, the, high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, the big one. And she goes, oh, great idea. I have my daughter in town. I'm just going to wait one day and I'll do it on Sunday. And I said, good. So I just want to inform her. We all know when we're having a cleansing situation, you might feel worse before you feel better. So for all of you who have that kind of experience, I wanted to pass this information on.
Thanks, Colleen. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's so good for your gut. Your gut will start performing properly. It's pretty amazing. It's really amazing. So, Jeffrey noticed the same thing. Jeffrey just typed in the chat, clarity and gut, both, and a boost of energy. That's awesome. And so, it's 7:48, so let's call it a night. Thanks, Jeffrey, for sharing. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Donna. Thanks, everybody, for sharing your story. Thank you, Liddy. You guys were gonna have so much fun sharing this with people and changing people's lives. I'm not kidding. It's emotional. I get emotional about this. It's fantastic. And we're gonna see all of you in Italy. Raise your hand if you're going to Italy. Who's going to Italy? Woohoo! Okay, very good. You guys have a good evening. And let's see, what is today? Friday. So the next Zoom is Monday at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, right here on my Zoom. All right, guys.
PM, right? PM.
Yep, PM, 7 o'clock PM Mountain Time
6
on
a.m.
Monday.
AM. Pacific's a little early for.
Yeah. No. Yeah. All right, guys. I wouldn't do that to you, Donna. Bye,
Oh,
guys.
you might. Not today. Good night, everybody.
Thanks,
Good
guys.
night.
Good night.
See
Bye.
you all
Thank
later.
you. Good night.
Yep. Good night. Thank you for sharing, everyone.
Great
Thank you.
Zoom. Thank you for hosting, Hernan. You're the best.
Yeah,
Absolutely the
thank you.
best.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
The best.
Thanks for being here, Rosie.
Thanks, Hernan. Bye. Bye, Donna.
Yeah.
Bye,
Rosie,
Hernan.
you're the
Bye,
best too.
everybody.
You had a great Zoom today too, Rosie. That was awesome.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Donna.
You rock.
Rosie.
You
Rosie,
rock.
you're unbelievable, girl. You're fantastic.
Well, thank
Didn't
you.
she present well today?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
fabulous,
She'll
Rosie.
probably
Like
get
I
to
was
she'll probably
like,
get to
wow.
she'll get to Italy before us, probably.
Oh, probably. I hope so. I hope you do. That's what
We'll be
leaders
there
do. We want to
together.
lift up our team and
Yeah.
keep
We'll be
us on
there
our
together.
toes, right, Hernan?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll
Okay,
be there
guys.
together, hand in hand. Bye.
Have a good night. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.